Being around other people can be great, but spending time alone can be so much better. Okay, it's too much. If you're feeling a little too solo today, I'm going to share with you why being alone is awesome. And I don't say that lightly because I too have also swam in the sea of loneliness. But underneath it all lies the secret gems and treasures of the art of being alone, and if you don't believe me, we are going to get you to discover that today. Chances are you clicked onto this video because you are curious as to why other people don't feel as
lonely as I do.
Or you are curious as to finding out why being alone can be so liberating. But before we can explore why, we are going to have to take a couple steps back and really ask ourselves what makes being alone so daunting. Because when you can ask those questions, you can begin to unravel what's really holding you back. For some people, the very thought of it can trigger fear and anxiety. And I totally get you. From a young age, we are conditioned by society to feel like being alone is weird. And it's not that weird. But it makes sense though. As humans, we need to be integrated into social circumstances so that we can develop communication skills, build relationships. Then as you grow older, you are supposed to be able to go out on your own and learn new things, but then that comfort of being around other people just makes it so difficult to take that first step alone because you've never really done that before. And that is the secret of adulting. It's literally like you're a baby and you're taking your first steps and then everything's like... I've been seeing so many couples videos on TikTok and then all the comments are saying stuff like, if I see one more of these videos, or just something that kind of makes it sound like it's sad to be alone, as if the goal is to find love or companionship, and if you do, then you're winning at life. Those comments are really funny, and yes, companionship is lovely, but at the same time it's
not the end all be all.
See, I used to be really afraid of being alone. Like, I was so in discomfort with the thought of being alone that I hardly ever thought that to be an option whenever I made plans, and I would only ever spend time alone if I was doing something like homework on a school night. And if there was ever an empty day, I would fill it up so quickly with anything from like tutors, dance, sports, hanging out, anything I could think of just so there wouldn't be a moment of silence. Part of it could be because I didn't want to be left alone with any of my emotions. I was a really emotional person and I did not know at all how to handle it. Even if you're not an emotional person, I would say the first thing to do is to just check in with your emotions. Pay attention and ask yourself, is there something that I'm trying to avoid right now? Is there a challenge that I'm facing that I'm not willing to overcome? Because the truth is, the person who truly wins at life is the person who has their shit sorted, and that includes finding your inner peace. See, when you spend time alone, you have more time to reflect upon yourself. And I truly believe that if you can understand yourself better, life just gets better. And there's so many reasons why, but that is key. And I think the more you spend time developing yourself, the more fun you'll just end up having. A lot of people seem to associate being alone with being miserable, and that is not at all the case. Spending time alone doesn't have to be you chained to your chair with like a little water bottle by your ankle. Like, no. The world is your oyster, go out. And the best part is that you literally don't have to follow anyone's agenda whatsoever. You're on your own. Some of the most creative people don't even consider themselves extroverts, and in fact, they might even thrive when they're apart from other people. I have come to really appreciate my time for myself because you learn so much when you're alone. I personally feel like I gain insight on my relationship to my environment and certain stimulus, and also just gain clarity on what I want in life and who I'm trying to be. I still consider myself a really emotional person, but spending time alone has helped me kind of hone that in and direct that energy into something a lot more productive for myself. That doesn't mean that I'm on all the time or I have all the answers and I know exactly what I'm doing, but I know that doing this will help me get to where I want to be, and I have no doubt it'll help you too. You too can feel prosperous when alone. So if you're ever feeling lost in life and you think that being alone is the last thing that could be helpful for you, but you haven't given it a shot yet,
do it.
And then you'll be able to gauge where you started and kind of just watch yourself grow throughout the journey. You might be surprised with what you'd find. As a creator, I feel like I've struggled so much with everything that I'm trying to do, with being on camera and the territory that comes with it. But spending time alone and trying to map out my thoughts, I've listened, I've learned, I've applied, and I just feel so much stronger coming back and trying to accomplish what I want to do. If you've never tried to be alone before and you feel like it's really scary, and trust me, I get it. This video, this moment right here, it's for you. Just try it once, and if you hate it, then you can go back to your gathering ways.
And I'll leave you alone.
But when you do, there are 3 things that you can try out right away that could get you started, and it could be fun. The first is journaling. I know you've heard it everywhere. It's the big hype right now, and if you've never journaled,
Do it.
you can begin introspecting, and it's super interesting, and you can begin answering prompts like, what does my perfect day look like? And what in life is challenging me right now? Those 2 answers alone will help you understand your life so much better. Educate yourself, whether that be through reading, through podcasts, audiobooks, videos, because I know reading is not everybody's thing. It wasn't my thing for a very long time. I'm trying to be better at it, but we all need a glow up in the brain, okay? And finally, if you're up for the challenge, exercise yourself. Yes, I said it. After you glow up in the brain, you can glow up physically. And that doesn't mean to go run a bloody marathon if you've just been a couch potato for so long. I am the last person who will urge you towards doing more cardio and sweating more, because
I know you've done your makeup all beautiful and you look gorgeous.
there are other ways that you can kind of get your daily exercise in. Recently, something that I really enjoyed is to go for a cute little walk, and that helps me explore the world. And this is totally something that you can do alone. You can also do some light yoga, which I have been very interested in lately, which I honestly promise never thought that I would ever get into, because I just thought it was boring. And then I became woke. The point is, you can take this alone time to incorporate the habits that you've wanted to build for so long, but you've been putting it off. This is your moment right here. You're a star, you and me. So just spend a little less time binging and allocate some of that alone time to giving yourself a shot. There is too much to do in life for you to be watching the 3rd season of the same show that you've already seen before.
That message was mainly a reminder for myself because I've been binging too much anime lately.
When you decide to fill your alone time with genuinely interesting activities that you and no one else picked out for you, it doesn't feel lonely all of a sudden. It's exciting. So I hope this was helpful for you. Like this video if you relate to anything that I said, and let me know what activities that inspire you when you're alone, because I would love to hear more examples. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day,
Especially
for those of you alone right now, and more importantly for me and my culture, Happy Chinese New Year, friends!